If Kawhi decides he's going home, if only Andrew Wiggins.
Fuck Wiggins.
Minnesota's taking calls on him.
Talk about.
Would you try and acquire Andrew Wiggins?
Sure, why not? Who the fuck else are we gonna think about if Kawhi leaves? Why not?
I don't
Fuck
know,
it.
Jimmy Butler.
even with them, we're gonna be at the bottom.
We're not gonna be at the bottom, but we're not
The
gonna
bottom
be
of the bottom of the
contender.
8. I'm saying like 7, 8.
No. If we brought in Andrew Wiggins and you kept Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet, so I don't know who the hell you would have to trade draft
Who's
picks.
gonna be winning these games, man? These guys gonna be putting up.
Dude, how many games? Regular season.
Oh my! They still had Kawhi with them, bro. They had that confidence and they had that teachings. This is a fucking.
He taught them a lot this season.
Yes.
Okay, and it's not like they just forget that knowledge. It leaves your brain.
It's not about forgetting. It's him having him in the locker room is a big thing.
But I'm just saying, they will go and they'll be still top 4 team in the East.
Top 4.
Yeah, in the regular season. Dude, people think Andrew Wiggins is falling face of the earth. He's not as good as we thought he was going to be. He's a guy who will get you 17 or 18 without trying in a night. He doesn't have that high motor and he doesn't really give a shit. And maybe with the Raptors playing at home, he starts actually hitting the gym, putting some weight on, and wanting to be that guy.
Bro, he's played so many years in the career. If you haven't done that by now, you're not going to ever.
Kyle Lowry was nothing for 6 years.
Yeah, but he was working. Why do you think he was getting better every year?
He was fat as shit.
But every year he kept getting better and better and better. Skinnier.
Barely. He didn't get skinny until like 3 years ago.
Yeah, but he was losing a little bit of weight every time.
No.
100%, bro.
Dude.
Are you dumb? You seen him before?
I'm just saying, some guys figure it out later. And I think if anything's going to push you to figure it out later in life, it's going to be playing for your hometown team that just won a chip.
I don't think he cares about all that. He lived here till he was like, what, 11, 12?
What are you talking about?
Wiggins?
He lived here until grade 11. Then he went to academy in the States.
Yeah, he played high school ball in the States.
Grade 11 and 12. Grade 9 and 10 he went to high school in Vaughan.
Exactly. And how old are you in grade 10? 15?
He left when he was 16, grade 11.
And how
same thing with RJ Barrett, and this guy had Canadian flags on his inside of his jacket at the draft. So now they're not Canadian anymore because they played high school in the States.
But I feel like that it's not gonna add any drive to him, even if he comes here. He's just gonna be the same Wiggins.
So if you move to the States for a few years to work, you're just gonna say, I don't even care about the Raptors no more.
What?
You'd be motivated,
bro. When I was, I can't remember my thought process when I was 15, 16.
But you still stay connected to that area.
You do, but like, what motivation is that gonna add for him to be any better? He's gonna be the same fucking Wiggins. That's just a fucking prayer that we can have. Oh, please be better. But we're just gonna get the same old shit.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I don't see his top 4. That's wild. We wouldn't even have an all-star, like possibly in Siakam, maybe
and
Larry. Do you think
Wiggins is a guy who can be an all-star, but
he's gonna be a freaking all-star?
Who?
Larry. Without a number 2?
Because he'll have to do a lot more. He'll have to score more. He didn't have to score this year because he had one of the best scorers in the league, Kawhi Leonard.
And there's been games where he's tried to score a lot and he's just not been able to.
Okay, but how many games, like even the playoffs, where he's just facilitator and distributor, control the pace of the game, control everything. And
then also shot like 1 for 9.
Okay, a few games. Oh my god, man.
Like,
you're such a hater.
You
call me a hater? You were the biggest Kyle Lowry hater when this guy proved all your asses wrong this playoffs and in the finals.
It's not hating, but I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't have a number 2 all-star like he did with DeMar DeRozan, like he did with Kawhi Leonard.
But by committee. Dude, like, they were like 18 and 4 without Kawhi this season. His scoring went way up.
He always built such a strong relationship with the number 2. With the number 1 on the team. He was always the number 2. Without that, he's leading the team to a top 4 spot in the East. You're wild, man. Top 4?
Who the hell is better? You got Philly. Boston is done. They're done. Kyrie's gone. Al Horford is gone. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going to be better than Andrew Wiggins.
Brooklyn's going to be up in top 4 too.
Do you lose D'Angelo Williams and you think Kyrie makes them that much better?
He made Boston that much better.
What do you mean? They made the conference finals without him, and then they lost in the semis with him.
That was the year that they got him, too, that they made it to the thing.
Yeah, and he didn't play.
Okay, but that's playoffs. So again, you're saying we're talking about during the season, top 4.
Okay, and he was out for the last, month of the season. So you got Philly, Milwaukee.
This year and he kept
Who's going to be better than them in the East? You think Charlotte's going to make a run now? Miami?
Okay, so you got Milwaukee, Philly, Brooklyn,
Brooklyn is gonna be better than them with just
They
Kyrie.
possibly could. They have an actual all-star. Who the fuck would we
If
have?
the Raptors have Kyle
Who the
Lowry,
fuck would
Pascal
we have?
Siakam, and Andrew Wiggins, you think just Kyrie Irving in Brooklyn is better than them?
It's not gonna
And
be
that white guy shooter.
Brooklyn is not gonna be
Holy.
Kyrie by himself, bro. You know that already. They're looking to
What do
make
you mean? He wants to
big
go home.
fucking moves.
Okay, so if KD goes, he's not even playing next season.
They're trying to sign DeAndre Jordan now too.
Oh my
There's
god.
gonna be
DeAndre Jordan.
there could be other pickups.
You were
bro.
out to lunch. DeAndre fucking Jordan. This guy is now a 10 and 10.
bro.
You're lucky if he gets you 10 points.
You're telling me.
I'm telling you
Raptors
that
are
team would be top 4 in the East.
You're wild.
What do you think Orlando Magic gonna be better? You can't even name
They
me.
won a fucking game
Pacers?
with Leonard.
Pistons?
Pacers,
Hornets?
yeah, Pacers could be up there too.
Hornets are gonna lose Kemba.
And if they do keep Kemba and they sign,
Then they're the same. Nobody's going to Charlotte. They're not even can't even pay man. They have no
the
money.
man even said, "I'll take less money for someone for Charlotte." to
Dude,
sign
they're
someone
already
else.
almost at the cap and they have nobody because Michael Jordan's a terrible executive.
Fucking
You want me to
no.
pull up their salary cap numbers?
Yeah, but Thing just said he would take less money.
Yes, but they're already
bring
there.
in
He has to
someone.
take less money. And they would have maybe 20 million in space left. That's nowhere near even a good player. You can't get an all-star for 20 million.
Yes, you can.
Marc Gasol was saying would
All-star,
be 20 million and he's nowhere near an all-star.
Who?
We just said Marc Gasol should get 20 and he's nowhere near an
nowhere
all-star.
near an all-star. I want to say nowhere near. Name me like 4 centers better than him. Go. You can't. It'd be Joel Embiid. I wouldn't. DeMarcus
Centers
Cousins
don't
not.
go to the all-star game.
Well, fuck. If you had to, he would be one of them. 100%.
Rudy Gobert. He's defensive player of the year back-to-back years. And averages 12, 13 points.
Great. 12, 13 points.
Yeah, Gasol was averaging 6 for us.
When? When the fuck was he averaging 6?
6 or
Are you
7,
wild?
bro.
Are you wild?
Give me 30 seconds here. Give me 30 seconds here.
This guy said 6 or 7.
Okay, maybe 8. Congratulations. Okay, for the season, he was 13.6. I don't know if it's going to show Toronto. Oh,
How much
here
was
we
he
go.
for the season? How much?
For just Raptors, 9.1.
How did you
Sick.
find just Raptor? Oh, what was he for fucking season?
I don't care about the season. I care about what he did for the Raptors. 13.6 for the season. 9.1 for the Raptors.
13. We'll use that number.
No, 9.1. And then...
Obviously, you're
One
gonna-
second. You want his playoffs too? Playoffs? 9.4. Get the shit out of here, bro.
And Rudy Gobert's playing on a team where he's pretty much like it's him and Donovan
No,
Mitchell.
I'm just saying you said name centers who are
But
better.
I'm saying when he was in Memphis and shit, he was averaging 13 too. So you're telling me this guy's better than him? No. And
Well-
he's just as strong of a defender.
Gobert is a better defender. Gasol's a
Maybe
good
by
defender. Gobert is better.
The hair on his chin.
Was
Maybe.
Gasol nominated for Defense Player of the Year this year?
Should have
No.
been. Should have been.
But he wasn't.
Doesn't get his credit, just like
What do
he
you
never
mean?
got his credit with
It was Gobert, PJ Tucker, and Paul George. You think Gasol's better than those 3?
you. Yes.
Oh my god, man. What
It
do you
should be-
love
it
about
should
this
be-
guy so bad?
I
don't know why
no
your dick
respect,
is so
bro.
hard for
How amazing,
Spaniards.
the amazing
No,
defense.
I'm
that he
saying
plays.
he's good. But you were putting him on a mantle like he's, Scottie Pippen defender level.
Okay, if Gobert's on such a big mantle, why can't his team even fucking do anything? They can't even win a fucking game.
Dude, you got one good player. What do you want? Gasol's playing with the
Why
Raptors
isn't
who
he
are
that
sick.
other good player? Since he's so good.
Huh?
Since he's an all-star. Why isn't he the other good
No,
player?
I'm not saying he's an all-star. You said name me better centers. And I said centers don't go to the NBA.
No, I was
All-Star.
talking about if they put centers in the all-star game, what all-stars would
Okay,
be. And
Gobert
you
would be
brought
there
up
over
Gobert.
Gasol at this point in
No, he
Gasol's
wouldn't.
career.
No, he wouldn't.
5 years ago, Gasol's there. Now,
Gasol's a fucking champion.
Gobert-
Gobert's a fucking
dude, one
ace
center
seed.
goes from each conference. Joel Embiid is in the East. Gobert in the West. If DeMarcus Cousins ever remembers how to play basketball again,
He won't. He'll probably just get injured again. And just
he's
stop
got to
playing.
get healthy. He's got to get healthy.
He's got to have health. This is all bullshit. He's just not good.
He's
Shown
not
that he was
good, but he's
He was
also
good.
not healthy.
He was good when it was okay to lose. On Sacramento. That was the only time he was good.
He was good and it was okay to lose. I like
Yeah.
that line.
It's true.
All right. I don't know. The Raptors would be top 4, man. I don't know how you disagree with that.
I don't know.
I would say they'd be top 3.
Regardless, I'm not
Celtics are done.
arguing this because
It'll be Bucks,
Kawhi
Sixers,
Leonard's
and
not leaving.
Raptors.
So I'm not even arguing this.
All right, so
I know he's here for one more year.
we're going to do a show like as soon as he signs. I don't care. You're leaving work.
As soon as he
As
signs
soon as
what?
he signs wherever he's signing.
Oh, so
doing a show.
and if he signs in Toronto,
I
we're
said
gonna do a
wherever
show. I'm
he's
just be
signing.
bashing you the whole show.
Dude, I said there's a higher chance of him staying. You twist words. You
Bro, it's
cannot
'cause
take criticism.
Your words,
You're a little child.
Your words go from May till now, change every week. It's like you're
What do
saying
you
something
mean?
else.
Because things change. He goes through experiences that make him like
2
the
weeks
city.
ago, you sent me a message saying, "Oh, this guy's gone for sure."
Yeah, but then he stayed in Toronto for the next 2 weeks after he won the championship. How do you say your
Bro,
mind?
but I've been
doesn't work
saying
like a
from
normal
the
human
beginning,
being.
it makes the most sense to stay in Toronto. I gave you all the reasons.
I said
You're
if he won, and now he won, and
No,
then now he's
right
staying in the
after
city.
Right after we did the parade thing, you were saying, "Oh, this guy's
No,
so
not
gone
after the
'cause
parade.
of
It
what
was,
he
it was
said in an
after the
interview."
game. The parade was 4 days later.
Whatever he said in an interview after.
There's
he won a
no
championship.
no problem with that.
There is.
No, you're honestly stupid.
You are, bro. Dude, literally, you're wrong
You're
every
telling
time,
me,
bro.
You're telling me there's not a big difference between him. Oh, as soon as we win, the parade's over, hop on a plane and fly to San Diego, and him staying in Toronto for 2 weeks, going to Niagara Falls, going to Blue Jays games, going to Cactus Club.
That can be looked at both ways. It could be him just trying to see things before he leaves, or it could be him
Either way,
liking and living here.
he's experiencing the city,
But-
and the Toronto's a fantastic city. So the more you experience it, the
But
more
you
you get
kept
fall
saying
in
it's
love
not
with
a
it.
place to go for free agents.
Sorry?
You kept saying, what's it called? It's not.
Yes,
a
I'm
place.
saying people who have not played here do not look to come here. He has spent a whole year here.
I disagree.
He had that
There's been a lot of
opportunity.
people that haven't played here that have been here bare times and probably spent weeks here.
Okay, in the summer coming.
Yeah.
But name me a player, a good player.
I don't
who's
know
a
what
free
these
agent.
fucking guys do in their free times, bro.
No free agent has ever signed with us who's been good that came from another team. You can't name me one.
Okay, well maybe now that we won a championship, everything changes, bro.
Exactly. But you're saying that I said this before. Yes, I said it before and it was true. Now things are shifting. Masai Ujiri has done his job.
You shift your words too much, bro.
Dude, you just don't understand that. What's the issue with that?
No, because I argue with you a point such as, oh, Raptors this, Raptors this, and you're like, no, and then when it changes, when everything I said was right, then you start agreeing
No,
with
because
me,
you
and
are
then
so
we're
biased.
doing
Where you
this whole
can't
thing.
you can't think of a world where the Raptors aren't the greatest of all time.
This year I didn't, and it proved, and it proved me right.
And dude, I'm still right. Free agents do not look to come to Toronto until maybe now it's shifted when they won.
Yeah.
I'm still right about that.
Or if they wanted to even get a chance to be playing at the playoff at the finals, because as soon as
Then why did nobody come before?
As soon
Then why did nobody come before?
because we had Kawhi, we were good. We're good.
No,
We
I'm
don't
saying
need
before
anything else.
Kawhi.
No, 'cause
We just got Kawhi last year.
I'm just saying, no,
You're
because
in over your
as
head,
soon
man.
as LeBron left the East, we had everyone kept talking. Toronto probably has the best chance to make it to the finals.
And Masai
100%.
Ujiri knew he had to go make a trade because nobody's gonna come here on their own merits. He knew it.
Okay, and now,
He knew it.
but he.
So I was right, wasn't I?
No, you weren't.
All right, let's shift towards
I
the
don't even
Leafs.
know
I
what we're
think.
talking about anymore, bro.
Ay. Dude, they would be top 4 next year. I'd say top 3. And you'll see it. You'll
Well, no, they're
you'll-
gonna be number 1 next year, regardless. Because Kawhi Leonard's coming.
Okay, but you'll see if he does leave that there will be top 4, if not
There's
top
not.
3. You'll see it. I hope for your sake that he I hope for all of our sakes, but really for yours.
For my
'cause
sake.
if he leaves, you're honestly going to be crying and depressed for like 2
You
months.
should be too.
And I'm going to have to deal
You
with
should
it.
be too.
No, because I never let myself buy into the hype. I want him to come give us a chip, and then if he left, you really gonna be angry at him if he leaves? I'm not gonna be angry at him
I'm
if he
gonna be
leaves.
angry with him if he leaves.
Exactly.
Well, maybe
I prep myself
just
for this
the whole
all
thing.
year. Unlike the rest
How
of
many
people,
All-Stars have won a championship with a team and then left right the next year?
not many, but
You
LeBron
gotta
James
defend
made
your
a
chip,
finals
man.
and then left.
That's gonna hurt your thing.
Yeah, to an extent.
When he won with Cleveland, was he thinking about leaving? No, he was like, I'm gonna do it again with Cleveland.
He's left twice when he lost in the
So there
finals.
you go. It hurts your legacy.
But-
That's why I'm telling you. I kept
Listen,
saying.
All I'm saying is, I've gone through this too much in the city of Toronto, and I'm braced myself, unlike the rest of you idiots in this city and in this country, who put all your eggs in one basket.
We're all idiots.
We're
You're the
all-
smart one.
Yeah, because I just let myself all season. Don't get too caught up on is he staying or is he going? Is he staying? Is he going? Let him come here, work his ass off, try and deliver us a chip. And if he does, I could care less or care not if he leaves. I want to stay, but hey, he gave us a damn title. That is the greatest
But
thing.
you
That is
can't
what
say
you
you
work
care
for.
less.
That is what you work for.
Okay, and I want to also
And we
have
got it.
one more.
So
I don't want one and
I know how
done.
extremely hard it is to win back-to-backs. Obviously, we want another one, but he gave us one, and dude, it's the first one ever, and we wouldn't have got it otherwise if we had
We
DeMar
beat the team
DeRozan.
that
So
just did the back.
if he left, I can deal with it. because I've been prepping for this all
I
year.
won't be able to.
But now, if he stays, you know,
So how do you?
it's gonna be great.
How do you think? What's his name? Charles Barkley. How did his comment age?
What?
Up until remember that comment that we discussed.
Yeah.
How do you think that has?
I think it's still. I still
Still
agree
true?
with him.
So you think the end of basketball in Toronto? So
I
then
think
why
close to
the
it.
fuck can the team be a top 4 if it's the end of basketball if Kawhi leaves?
No, I'm saying long term, bro. You still took that comment out of context.
Hmm?
I'm not saying like next year or the year after. And still, we haven't gotten into.
He said it's the end of
Masai
basketball.
Ujiri could still say if Kawhi leaves, what's the point of bringing back Gasol and Danny Green? Gasol,
'Cause
please
you
don't
can't-
take
what
your
else are
option.
you gonna have?
What's the point of having Kyle Lowry for $33 million for 1 more year? He could still sell and start a rebuild.
Rebuild, but you just telling me that no one wants to come over. So who are we gonna build with? Just the guys we draft in like
Yeah,
the
that's how you do a rebuild, that is.
No, but I'm saying like we're not even having like top picks here.
No,
Who are we gonna rebuild with?
listen to the words coming out of my mouth, child. If Kawhi doesn't resign, he could very well say, even if Gasol takes his option, trade him for a second round pick. Kyle Lowry,
Okay.
trade him for a first round pick. And then you start the rebuild. You're going to end up lower in the Eastern Conference this year because all you're going to have is Fred and Siakam.
I don't see Larry
And then,
playing past this contract. If he
no,
if he
so
doesn't
that's
have a
fine.
chance
But if
to
you don't
win,
have Kawhi Leonard and
you're not
Masai
gonna try
Ujiri
trade him for
says,
a pick.
here's the thing. If Kawhi Leonard leaves and the Raptors don't acquire another 3, I'm saying they're going to be a top 3-4 team if they bring in a guy like Andrew Wiggins. If they don't, you might end up squeaking in the 4th or 5th seed like Indiana Pacers did, but you're not going to be a threat in the playoffs. So Ujiri could very well say, see ya Gasol, see ya Kyle, and start a rebuild. Drop to the bottom of the East, get some good picks, acquire assets,
You're okay with that.
I'm not saying I'm okay with that. I'm saying that's a good possibility it's going to happen. And that's what
It's a
Charles
good
Barkley,
possibility it's gonna happen.
if Kawhi leaves.
Oh,
And that's what Charles Barkley was alluding to. And then going
He's saying
forward
the end of-
again, now they enter the rebuild. And now 5 years have passed where they're now the contender again. Everybody's forgotten about what Kawhi Leonard did 5 years ago. And now free agents don't want to come here again.
but you'd think him leaving. What about guys like Siakam? You don't see Siakam becoming a star in the league.
We had Chris Bosh as a star here. We had
But
DeMar
you think,
DeRozan as a
okay,
star
no, but I'm
here.
saying I'm pretty sure Siakam's a guy who wants to stay here,
Yeah.
even whether Kawhi leaves or not.
No,
So
we saw DeMar DeRozan stay here.
so why do we
but
have to
I'm
rebuild if we could if he
No,
he
you
could
build
become
around
the
him.
next
He's your one guy that you keep.
But he might need
You
someone
retool.
else too. He might need.
Yes, that's the
Larry
whole
there
point
too.
of dropping down to get good draft picks.
No, but I'm saying he might
Siakam
need
is
guys
still
like Larry
young.
and Gasol there too to actually keep him in Toronto. If everyone's just
No.
leaving, what the fuck's he gonna do really? He's
Well,
gonna
then
be
you
like, I
trade
wanna
him
be on
for
a winning
3
team.
first-round picks if he becomes that good.
No, but I'm saying then he's gonna be like, I want to actually be on a winning team. I don't want to start this whole rebuild thing. We just like I'm a
and
top
then
player
it goes to a
in the
full
league.
rebuild. And that is a good possibility that could happen if Kawhi doesn't stay. If he can acquire another player, that
I
might be the
see-
best option. Right? I'm telling you, if you can't get another, you don't need an all-star, but you need a guy who can contribute 15 points a night. If you don't get that to replace that scoring, it's going to be a big problem.